Welcome to Talking Story. My name is John Minton, and this is the mid-month roundup. How's my reading month going so far? Just a quick check-in. I have finished Relentless by Jonathan Mauberry. This is the last Joe Ledger book that is out. I was trying to get one done a month to catch up, and I have done that. This one, after the horrible loss that Joe suffers in the previous book, Rage, he goes on an all-out, relentless spree to get revenge. And in this, very interestingly, the weapon is ourselves. Nicodemus weaponizes our own tribalism and our own dehumanization of the other people that we don't necessarily like the way they see our world. They don't see our world eye to eye with us. And he exacerbates that, and he turns that into a weapon and tries to bring about kind of like a new civil war. And it is really a good fun read. And I'm now caught up with Joe Ledger, so that is cool. I have also finished Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson in my Cosmere catch-up. I finished Era 1 of Mistborn last month. So this month I went ahead and got through Warbreaker. Now, guys, we have to talk. Anyone out there that is within the sound of my voice that is a cosmere scholar, you need to talk with me, because I was absolutely struck by how many story elements are not even similar, but just basically the same from Elantris to White Sand to Warbreaker. Now, I'm thinking either one of two things here. Either Brandon Sanderson had a story in his head and he just kept rewriting it and telling it until he got it right, which he gets it right in Warbreaker. I will be doing a full review for this. Next week, I think I'll do a full review of Mistborn Era 1. Coming up soon will be a full review of this. I do think this is, of the three, the most fully realized, but he either had this nagging story that he couldn't let go of until he got right, or, and I kind of believe this possibility even more because of his plotting ability through Mistborn Era 1, how every little seed he drops not only grows to fruition, but he comes and reaps it and gets the absolute most out of all those seeds that he drops. I kind of am starting to think in this cosmere where this deity has shattered and the shards have spread across these planets, and I'm not even going to try to say the deity's name, I'm just going to say the Big Al. I'll call him Al. Is the same type of story maybe reflecting from planet to planet to planet because these shards have scattered and there's familiar reflections one to the other? Is this all a master plan? I'm thinking that could possibly be the case. Or, like I say, was this just something he couldn't let go of until he got it right, which I do think he absolutely gets it right in Warbreaker. But let me know what you think. Full reviews to come. And what I'm working on right now, guys, I have been trying to catch up on Red Rising. I've done one book a month, so I'm ready for Lightbringer next month. I'm about getting close to halfway through this, and I gotta say, what a thrill. What a thrill this has been to binge this and go on this journey with Pierce Brown and watch him grow as an author from Red Rising to Book 5, Dark Age. The themes, the characterization, the world building, everything has just matured. His prose style, it's absolutely Shakespearean in its sweep of tragedy. It is unflinching. It does not look away. It is one of the best unflinching looks at man's depravity through warfare to his fellow man or fellow persons. It's just jaw-dropping to see this journey of not only story, but the writer himself. And I have enjoyed this immensely. This quite possibly up to this point. Now, I know I'm way behind. But this quite possibly up to this point could be my read of the year. So I should be wrapping that up quickly. And one other book I finished that I don't have here. I got an early reading copy from Subterranean Press of Jade Shards by Fonda Lee. And The Greenbone Saga is on my list, and I knew it was a prequel, so I just went ahead and dove right in, and I just posted my full review of that, so check that out. I got some other books to get through by the end of the month, and other than that, quick TV tip for you. I did finish up Mrs. Davis on Peacock for anyone that has Peacock. Now, I will say, the tone of the humor is pretty broad, but once you get past that, not only is it very, very much worth your time and a fun ride to go on, but the ending wraps everything up so nicely. And for me, that's where shows tend to fall apart lately, is they just don't seem to know how to wrap it up. Everything is wrapped up with a bow. It is so satisfying when you get to the end of this show. If you haven't started it, if you have Peacock, absolutely check this out. And Silo continues to be amazing. Other than that, guys, before I sign off with you, I just wanted to take a moment and mark the passing of one of the greats, Cormac McCarthy. I mean, in my mind, beyond the veil, I see a campfire, and it flickers shadows across the faces of William Faulkner and Larry McMurtry and Louis L'Amour and Sam Shepard, just to name a few that are all sitting around this campfire swapping tales. And Cormac McCarthy gets to sidle up to that circle and pull up a stump and sit down. He probably makes that sound my dad made after a hard day of work when he sat down, and look into all those eyes of all those luminaries around that campfire and just say, I got a story for you. It's sad that we can only imagine what those stories are that go late into the night, guys. But in my mind, that's where Cormac McCarthy will always be. He was a storyteller. If nothing else, he left such a mark on me, such a mark on so many people. And I just wanted to mark his passing, and I will be raising a glass of the fine Irish in passing to Mr. Cormac McCarthy. That's all I've got for this quick check-in, guys. I will have some full reviews coming up for you next week. Let me know your thoughts about what you're reading, how your reading month's going. Let me know your thoughts, any Cosmere scholars. I really want to hear from you. Like, subscribe. Until next time, you don't have to pick up any of these to read them, but read something. Thanks for joining me here on Talking Story.